How's it going, everybody? This is BroncoJuggalo, and I'm coming at you with my ranking of the Nightmare on Elm Street series. It's been a long haul. We've done all 9 movie reviews, and we are finally at the ranking. It's been an enjoyable ride. It's also had its dips, and there's been some bad parts to these reviews, and some movies that it was painful to sit through. Or at least one movie was very painful to sit through. The rest were just eh. But we will be ranking all 9 movies today. Before I start that, I want to give a quick shout out to 2 very good homies of mine, Buckshot and Class. Congratulations, guys, on the signing, the new album, and on everything else that's coming out. The new track is awesome. If you guys out there are into underground hip hop, check out Buckshot, Bukshot, and check out Class, Claas. Check them out. They're both awesome talents, and they're good buddies, they're good homies, they're good people. So congratulations once again, guys, on that. You know how it goes, UGA in the house, right? And if you're not into the underground stuff but you just like good hip hop, check these guys out, because they got it going on, I'm telling you. So that being said, let's get right into this ranking. We are doing, as I said, all 9 movies in the Nightmare on Elm Street series. Let's check them out. Coming in at number 9, we have the remake. Done in 2010, it was the last review I just did, so I went into all my thoughts on that. Just some real quick thoughts on it, though. I was excited for that remake when I heard it was being done. I was not excited that somebody else was playing Freddy, but I was really hoping it would be good, and they failed to deliver just miserably. They completely failed and screwed the pooch on that one. There was huge plot holes and just a lot of stuff that did not work. The CGI was terrible, the acting was terrible, the characters weren't interesting, and it was just an overall bad film. And that is why it is at the very bottom of my ranking. And coming in at number 8, A Nightmare on Elm Street 4, The Dream Master. I know a lot of people like this movie. I personally do not. And I really did not get into it. My thoughts on part 4 were basically that it was just meh. It's very uninteresting. I was not enjoying the movie very much at all. I thought that the kills were just, okay. I did not like the characters, the new characters that were introduced, and I was bugged that they killed off the characters from the 3rd movie, the ones that lapsed over into the next movie. I really enjoyed those characters, and it really bothered me they killed them off. So with that being said, that is my number 8. I know a lot of people like it, but I just did not get into this film very much. Coming in at number 7 is A Nightmare on Elm Street 2, Freddy's Revenge. Now, I don't hate this movie, but there's a lot I don't like about this movie. It has a couple good moments, but there's a lot that I do not like about this film. So I went over everything in my review. Let's just say that I didn't really feel it as a Freddy film. It really went off the wall on a lot of things and tried to take Freddy in a direction I didn't want it to go. And I just really didn't enjoy it very much. I mean, it's not a terrible film, like very terrible. I can watch it, and I usually do because I marathon these movies a lot. I'll leave out the remake most of the time, but every once in a while I'll throw it in just because I'm weird like that and I have to watch them all, you know what I mean? So, but that is my number 7. That is Freddy's Revenge, A Nightmare on Elm Street 2. And my next pick, I actually got an even bigger appreciation for it when I went to do my review of it. I watched the movie again and I realized how much I truly enjoyed it. And it is the worst one as far as the campiness goes, and how outrageous they made everything. And the story leaves a lot to be desired, but I just enjoyed the film overall. And I really hate the 3D part at the end. And yes, you all know I'm talking about the 6th installment in the franchise, Freddy's Dead. And of course, Freddy wasn't really dead. So I really enjoy this movie. The only reason it didn't make my top 5 is the rest of the movies are just a little bit better. Freddy's Dead, I did enjoy overall. I actually do have a lot of love for that movie. It makes a lot of good points in the story where we get to see Freddy's backstory. Now, the parts where it was bad in the story is all the stuff with You know, the Springwood being empty of children, the 10 years later plot line, all that kind of stuff. I didn't really get into that part of it. I didn't like that part of it. I thought it was really needlessly put into the film. But I love seeing Freddy's backstory a little bit more. I thought it was really cool. And I love seeing the room where he made all his gloves. I thought that was really cool. So that's my number 6. Freddy's Dead is my number 6. Coming in at number 5 is a movie that most people put in the bottom of their list, and I don't. I love this movie. I will defend it. I think it is very good. I even like the kills in it, even though they kind of strayed away from the gore a little bit. I loved, especially the Dan kill. Absolutely loved it. So, coming in at number 5 for me is Freddy Krueger's 5th adventure in A Nightmare on Elm Street 5, The Dream Child. I thought it was a very interesting concept, the way that I went through the dreams of the baby. It got a little convoluted, but it is an awesome movie. I love it a lot. And it's where I think Lisa in part 4, not Lisa, I'm sorry. Lisa is the actress. Where Alice in part 4 really comes into her own as being the character and the final girl that the series deserved. I don't think that she was that in part 4, and I didn't really enjoy her in part 4. I do enjoy her more in part 5. So with that being said, my number 5 is part 5. Coming in at the number 4 spot, we have one of my favorites in the series, New Nightmare. Absolutely love this movie. It is a great return to form for Wes Craven. It really brought the series back. It also, I think, in my opinion, helped bring horror movies back, especially slashers. After this, we got Scream, and people have their own opinions on Scream. It's not my favorite. It's an okay film. It's not my favorite, but it did bring the slasher genre back, and it helped Wes Craven with his comeback. Coming in at number 3 is actually a movie you may see in another one of my videos, my top 10 videos. But the reason it's coming in at number 3 is because I am basing these on how good I think they are inside the containment of the Nightmare on Elm Street franchise. And yes, my personal enjoyment goes into them greatly into these picks, but this movie is also one of my favorite horror movies of all time. And like I said, I'm going to include it in my other list, perhaps. I'm not sure yet. I'm still making that list of my top 10 greatest horror films. But coming in at number 3 is Freddy vs. Jason. Yes, I consider it a Freddy movie. It is part of this franchise. And yes, I consider it a Jason movie. It is part of that franchise. And like I said before, I am actually going to do another review of this film when I do my Friday the 13th series review. And I'm going to have some help in that. We're going to go at this review in a little bit of a different way. So I think it'll be interesting. So just because you've seen it once already, do me a favor, watch it when I do it again. I think you'll still enjoy it. Like I said, we're going to do it a little bit differently. But that being said, I love this movie. It's awesome. The fight between Freddy and Jason was everything I wanted it to be. And it's what made this movie great. Absolutely spectacular. Coming in at number 2 is A Nightmare on Elm Street Part 3, The Dream Warriors. Love everything about this movie. I love Nancy's return. I love the setting, like I talked about before in a tag video. Asylums are one of my favorite settings for horror movies. Absolutely love them. I love the characters. I love Kincaid. I love Joey. I love Kristen. I love everybody in this film. It's really awesome to watch. It's so much fun, and it has my favorite kill in the entire franchise, which I talked about as well in another video, the marionette kill. Absolutely love it. That kill has literally haunted my dreams for years. And I don't mean haunted as in scared me, because I really enjoy it. But it has been in my dreams a lot over the years. And thank you so much, makers of this movie. And thank you, Freddy, for giving me great dreams. Alright guys, so it is no surprise what my number 1 is. And I know everybody says it's a cliche to put the original movie as number 1, but in this case it is warranted. A Nightmare on Elm Street, the original 1984 movie, is a classic. It is almost a perfect film. It is right up there in my opinion with Halloween. Okay, Halloween is my favorite horror movie of all time. Halloween is here, and A Nightmare on Elm Street is right here, right below it. That's how good, how much I love this film. I love A Nightmare on Elm Street. It is my favorite movie in this series, and it is, in my opinion, the best done movie in this series. Still to this day, it is revolutionary what Wes Craven did. He took not only the slasher genre, but horror, psychological horror, suspense, thriller, everything, and turned it on its ear and gave us this awesome character and this awesome story. Thank you, Wes Craven, so much, and please rest in peace. As I said, I just did a review of all these movies, and there's not much more I can add to it, but to say just once again how much I love this film. I absolutely love this film, and I love this franchise. So there you have it, guys. That is my ranking of the entire Nightmare on Elm Street franchise. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I enjoyed bringing it to you. And please, if you haven't checked out my reviews, check them all out. I have them all up there. There's the remake right there. And then I have a playlist with all of the videos in it. It's a fun ride. Like I said, I think it's pretty good. I hope you guys check it out, and I hope you get some enjoyment out of it. And thank you just for checking out my channel and enjoying it. I hope you've enjoyed the review series, guys, of the Nightmare on Elm Street. And I hope that you enjoy this ranking. Thank you so much. And don't forget, I'm still doing my 100 subscriber contest going on till midnight at the 21st. Get your entries in, either video entry or in the comments. Please get your entries in, guys. And there's been some awesome video entries so far, and there's been some good comment entries. So get them in, guys. Make my job harder. So this is BroncoJuggalo saying peace out.